Hello pilots, and welcome back to another Mecha BREAK video. Today we are talking about, yeah, you guessed it, Freyr. Now that the full reveal is finally out, we can stop speculating and actually look at what Freyr is. And honestly, from what I'm seeing, this thing might be kind of insane. So let's take a look. First up, Freyr's role. According to the manual, it is classified as a heavy multi-role ground striker, built to operate at both close and medium range. It's described as built to endure with reinforced armor and powerhouse engines. The wording in the manual is interesting. On paper, it almost sounds like a defender, but looking at the kit, I'm not convinced. It doesn't really have that classic support defender energy that you see with Tricera or Hurricane. There's no obvious team utility, no big hold the line for everyone else vibe. If I had to put my money on it, I would say that Freyr is a heavy attacker, not a defender. Now let's take a look at the kit. At medium range, you have got the Manticore beam cannon, and I would just like to point out, I have been given a lot of grief in the comments for calling it a beam cannon, but it turns out I was accidentally right. The beam cannon looks like it is built for sustained pressure rather than burst, something you use to poke, soften targets, and stay relevant before committing. Defensively, there's the Wyvern Complex Shield, which already sounds pretty nice. It can block, it can parry melee, and yes, it has been confirmed that you can straight up throw it like Captain America's shield. And I'm already imagining what people are going to do with their striker paint jobs as a result. Then you've got the Viper Shark Bastard Sword, fully committing to the sword and board fantasy of this mecha knight that Freyr is supposed to be. At this point, it's hard not to notice the comparison. This is starting to look a lot like a heavy version of Alysnes that has been put on some kind of performance enhancers. From the descriptions, Freyr feels like it's designed to take hits, pressure at mid-range, and then dash in and absolutely unload with melee when the moment is right. But the thing that really has my attention is the Jetwing back attachment. And this is where things seem like they're going to get a little bit wild. The Jetwing is going to give Freyr some Inferno-like movement, creating after images and disabling lock-ons. And that is a pretty huge deal. Everyone knows how tricky Inferno can be in the right hands, and on a striker this tanky, the ability to break targeting and reposition like Inferno is kinda terrifying. That said, it doesn't look free. Unlike Inferno, it doesn't refill energy or fluid armor, and in fact, they've been pretty clear that the Jetwing is a massive energy drain. So this isn't something you spam, it's something you use tactically. At least that is the tagline in the manual. We'll have to see what actually happens when players start spamming and toggling it on and off in-game. I can see the Jetwing being used as a brutal gap closer for melee or a last-second escape to dodge missile barrages and heavy fire. Used well, I am sure it is going to be absolutely deadly, but used badly and you'll probably be stranded and out of energy. Overall, Freyr feels like it's stepping into the same space as Alysnes and Welkin, a striker that can brawl in the thick of a fight without instantly evaporating the moment things get a little bit messy. Now I know some players are going to be very disappointed that Freyr isn't a support striker. The game already has a lot of brawlers and attackers and only 2 true support-focused strikers right now. But speaking personally, as someone who has been an Alysnes enjoyer for a long time, I already know I'm picking Freyr up, and actually I have evoked dibs on it. The mix of ranged pressure, melee dominance, real staying power, and that Inferno-style auxiliary burst, it just feels too good to pass up. Looking at it on paper, I would genuinely be surprised if Freyr doesn't land near the top of the meta once people learn how to play it properly. But those are just my thoughts. What do you guys think about Freyr? Are you excited to play it? Do you think it's going to shake up the meta, or is it just overhyped? Let me know in the comments below. That is it from me today, pilots. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.